What if your AI agent never went to sleep and cost $0 a month to run? In a previous video, I showed you how to safely set up an AI agent by running a GCP virtual machine. Now, that's great when you're just getting started because it's very easy to set up while still keeping your local machine clean. But the problem is you're paying for it every month and that cost does start to add up. So today we're going to solve that problem by running our AI agent on a Raspberry Pi. If you've never used a Raspberry Pi before, this video is for you because I'll be going over how to set up everything completely from scratch. So let's get started. So I'll link the exact kit that I used here in this video because it has pretty much everything you need straight out of the box to build your Raspberry Pi. The only thing that I had to get myself was my mouse and my keyboard and a monitor. Other than that, everything's already part of the kit. So I'm going to go through all of the components, how to put them together, and then how to get your Raspberry Pi set up. So first we'll start with our Raspberry Pi. Now this already has our heatsink on it because I did take my Raspberry Pi apart for this video and you can't really take the heatsink off once it's stuck on there. But all you'll do is peel off the film and stick it onto your Raspberry Pi. The purpose for your heatsink, it's a passive cooling on your Raspberry Pi. Now we also have the active cooling, which is this fan. So the fan you're going to be able to attach to your Raspberry Pi here. There's a little port to add a fan, and all you're going to do is take your fan and stick it into the port. Okay. Now, my kit did come with a case, so we're just going to put the case together. Oh, sorry, I'll take out the SD card. I'll explain what this is in a second, but we'll put that over there. Now this just pretty easily snaps into place and it already has the cutout for every port that you're going to need. So once we have this case on, we won't have to take it off again. And then your fan is going to very easily just clip onto the top of the case. So then you'll just pop on the top and you're good to go. This kit actually has all of the ports labeled for you, so it makes things a lot easier as you're using your Raspberry Pi, especially if you're new to using a Raspberry Pi. So the first thing we want to do is put in this SD card. So this is a 128 gig SD card that already has your Raspberry Pi OS loaded onto it. So this is one of the main reasons why I got this kit because it makes things a lot easier for getting your Raspberry Pi set up. You don't have to do any flashing to get the OS onto your Raspberry Pi. Everything is right in this SD card. So all I'm going to do is insert this SD card in the back. And the case even says micro SD. So we'll just pop that in there. And now we're almost ready to turn this on. So now that everything is put together, we can connect it to our monitor and start our setup. So first I'm going to connect the mouse. Now the mouse you don't really need. You can just navigate everything with your keyboard. However, it is just easier to have a mouse. This I got on Amazon for about $5 just to have a mouse with a cord. The mouse that I use does not allow for a cable connection. You can connect with Bluetooth. So I did have this mouse connected to my Raspberry Pi at one point. It's just a lot easier during setup if you have a cable connection because as you can see here, your Raspberry Pi does have 3 USB ports. So I'm going to connect my mouse to one of them. And then I'm going to connect my keyboard. So I'm going to show, this is also another cable that I had to provide. It wasn't part of the kit. So the only thing that you do have to provide, again, is your mouse and your keyboard. So I have a USB-C to USB cable that I'm going to connect to my Raspberry Pi here. And we'll connect that to my keyboard as well. Okay, so now that those connections are ready, the last 2 things that I need to do is connect my monitor and then connect the power. So the kit did come with a power adapter. So here is the power supply. I'm just going to plug this in and plug my power supply here. So you can see here, there is a USB-C port that says power underneath, and that's where we're going to connect this USB-C power cable. And then the last thing is our HDMI. So this display cable did come with the kit. And you'll just connect the HDMI to your monitor, and then we're going to connect the Raspberry Pi here. Okay, Now, everything is all set up. Once you plug this in, your welcome screen will come up on your monitor, and all you're gonna do is follow all of the prompts to set up your Raspberry Pi personalized to yourself. It's just a few questions, you'll answer them, you'll get it connected to your internet, and now once that's running, we'll be ready to download our agent onto our Raspberry Pi. Now, I'm not gonna show my process because I did already set up this specific Raspberry Pi, but all you have to do is just follow all of the prompts on the welcome screen. And then once that's ready, we're going to come back to this video to get our AI agent running. Now, there are two ways you can continue to interact with your Raspberry Pi. The first option is continuing to use your mouse, keyboard, and monitor setup, which is a screen that you're looking at right now. I already have my terminal open because I'm screen recording to be able to show this video, but ignore that part, and what you'll see is what you open up with your Raspberry Pi once you go through all of the welcome setup. Now, all we're going to do is two things. One is opening up the web browser so we can get the install command for whichever agent that you want to use. And as you've probably noticed, the tech industry moves very fast and there's already several agents to choose from. So in my last video, I used Openclaw. I'll show you these docs you can just pull up from the browser directly inside your Raspberry Pi, and then scroll down to the install command. So for installing Openclaw, all you do is copy and paste the scroll command into your terminal, which is what you'll probably be doing for most of the AI agents that you see that are live. The next one that I have a video coming out on is going to be the Hermes agent. So I'm going to actually install the Hermes agent onto this Raspberry Pi. So I'll go to the Hermes agent docs. And again, I'll link all of these docs in the description of the video so you'll know that you're on the right one. We're just going to zoom in. Okay. So as you can see, this webpage looks very similar to the Openclaw one. I'll go into differences between these two agents in my next video where I work with the Hermes agent. But for now, you can see it looks pretty similar from the front end and the entire process for installing your agent on your machine. So all you're going to do here, exactly what you would do for the Openclaw and probably any other agent that you see that's live right now, is copy this curl command and install it onto whatever machine that you want this installed onto. In our case, it's going to be our Raspberry Pi. So all you're going to do is open up a new terminal. We'll ignore the one that I'm screen recording in, and we'll open up a new terminal. And I'll zoom in a bunch so you can see. But all you're going to do here is copy this command and then simply paste it into your terminal. And now you can see the Hermes agent installer is now running, and all you're going to do is go through all of the prompts on your agent installer. So what this installer is going to ask you is just a few questions like what AI model do you want to use, and you're going to pick one that you already have a subscription to, and you'll either take your API key or enter your login information, and then we'll be able to interact with your AI model. That's pretty much the main question that it's going to be asking. The rest are more just personalized, catered to you. You can go through this entire installation guide and just answer all of the questions on your own. And just for some context, everything that you did see running before the actual setup guide showed up in your terminal is just everything that this curl command is installing onto your machine, which is everything that is needed for your agent to be able to run properly on the machine that you're installing onto. So now before I finish my setup, I'm going to show you how I personally like to interact with my Raspberry Pi. So I usually don't have this monitor, keyboard, and mouse set up. I just have my Raspberry Pi running somewhere in my office. And then when I need to use it, I'm going to use my Mac and just SSH into it. So we're going to switch screen recordings over to my Mac now, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Here's my Raspberry Pi now. You can see I only have one cable connected, and that's the power source for the Raspberry Pi. You know it's still on because you can hear the fan running, but I usually just have this somewhere in a corner in my office, and I just have it always on. Now, with that running, I can go to my terminal on my Mac and just SSH into it. So how we're going to do that is just type in SSH, and then you're going to need the name for your Raspberry Pi at, and then it's a local IP. So this is what mine looks like. And if you don't know how to get that information, I'll show you in 1 second. But first, let me get into my Raspberry Pi. So you'll enter your password. This is the password for your Raspberry Pi, not for your Mac. Okay, now you can see how my terminal turned green and it has Bremigs at Raspberry Pi. Now my terminal is interacting directly with my Raspberry Pi. So if you don't know how to get the username or the IP that your Raspberry Pi is running on, while you're still on your monitor, keyboard, Mac setup with your Raspberry Pi, you're gonna enter the terminal there and you're gonna type in, "Who am I?" And that's gonna return the name of the Raspberry Pi. And then you'll get the IP address by typing in hostname -I. And this section right here, these first few numbers, that is going to be the local IP address for your Raspberry Pi. And you can use both of those to just SSH into your Raspberry Pi from your everyday computer. Now that we made it into our Raspberry Pi, I'm just going to clear out the terminal and I'm going to show you how to install your AI agent this way. So same exact way, I'm going to go back to my browser. You can see here's the Openclaw docs. You can copy this curl command, or the Hermes agent docs. You can copy this curl command. Take one of those commands and then you just simply paste it into your terminal and then run it. And when it runs, it's going to install everything that needs to be on your Raspberry Pi. And then it's going to have a setup wizard that is going to be asking you a bunch of questions for how you want to set up your agent. So the two main questions that it's going to ask is, what model is it going to use? So you're going to pick an AI subscription that you have and either get the login information or the API key, and you're going to input that when you are prompted to in the setup wizard. Now, the next question is going to be, what messaging app do you want to connect your AI agent to? It's going to prompt you with Telegram, Slack, Discord, WhatsApp, and I think a few other options. Personally, I have mine running on Telegram, and in a previous video, which I'll link here, I showed you step by step how to go through all of the prompts and how to set up your Telegram bot. So those are the two main questions that it's going to ask. The rest are really just how you want to customize your agent. I would recommend that if you're new to working with AI agents, just hit enter for everything to follow the recommended settings. And then as you start to work through it, you can update it as you see fit. So I'm not going to go through every single prompt on the setup wizard just because it's asking questions and you're answering them. There's nothing that I can really advise there. But once you have that all set up, it's going to look like this. So I have my Hermes agent on this Raspberry Pi. I'm just going to type in Hermes and it's going to load in my agent. This is the starting window. And you can see it has your tools, your MCP servers, and available skills. And then this is where you're going to be able to prompt and talk to your AI agent. You can also talk to it through whatever messaging app that you set up. So you have your AI agent on the go. And then here we'll go through, if you type in help, it's going to show you all of the commands that are currently available with your AI agent. So you can read through this. You can see there's quite a lot. You can read through all of this, see what's available, and then get creative starting using your AI agent. If you start submitting prompts here, it's going to start working for you and it will be continuously running on your Raspberry Pi. I've been using my agent daily and I'm going to have a follow-up video with just some results, how I've been using my agent, things that I've learned, and what I would recommend for you to integrate your AI agent in your daily life.